Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. And for all the new subscribers, I'm so glad you're here. And for everyone who's been with me for a long time, I'm glad everybody's here. So today I am showing an oh so inspired card that I made, and I'm casing it to make another one, as well as a bonus card. So here's the card that we were inspired by. But before I get into that, I'm going to be on Craft Roulette this Friday. So I hope you guys will go to the Craft Roulette YouTube channel and hit that notify button. I'll be on at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on their channel this Friday, March 3rd. So please come hang out with me and Mary. Call Me Crafty Owl will be on next week. And there's just so many wonderful guests coming up. So definitely come and join us over at Craft Roulette. We even have a freebie for absolutely everyone who comes on Friday night. So you have to come check that out. Okay, so here is the card that I made on Alicia's channel. It's Call Me Crafty Owl. You have to go over there and watch the video. I'll leave it linked down below. So I made this video or this card live with her on her channel. She does something called Oh So Inspired. So her channel members submit cards, and she does a random pick. And so you don't know what you're making until the random picker selects it, and then somebody gets to sabotage. It's a whole lot of fun. I so enjoy my crafty time with Alicia, and I love this card. It's so different, I know, with that scorpion and the butterfly. So I'm going to remake it, and I'm making this one for me. And because the other card is going to someone who won it during the show. So many things to check out. You definitely have to go check it out if you haven't before. Okay, so I'm pulling out a new Distress Oxide. It's not a new color, it's just new in my collection. And I'm distressing the edges. You've seen this all before, right? Essentially, I am going to be sending off the card that I made in the show, and I wanted one for myself. And it was really funny because when I showed it to my husband, my son, and my daughter, they all kind of had the same response. It was kind of like, it is just funny because at first they were like, oh, that's really whoa. They all got really surprised. Like the flowers caught their attention first, and then they noticed there's a scorpion on on the card. It was really funny to get that universal reaction from them. But the card that we were inspired by was a shadow box card. And although I didn't build my card in the same way, I did decide that I would cut out the frame and then just with my knife here take out the part of the card inside of the frame. And when my husband saw it, he said, that kind of reminds me of like a Chinese parable of the scorpion and the butterfly. And I was like, we were both like, I wonder if that's a thing. So I Googled it, and it's not a Chinese parable, but there was a book called The Scorpion and Butterfly. And so the scorpion sees the butterfly and falls in love, but can't capture her. So he makes a deal with the spider and tells the spider, hey, if you can catch the butterfly in your web, then whoever gets to her first gets to kill her. Yes, this is very dramatic, okay? And so the spider agrees, and he captures the butterfly, but instead the scorpion kills the spider because he doesn't want to kill the butterfly. He loves the butterfly, but he kind of loves her a little too intensely and accidentally kills her with his stinger at their first embrace. So it's like this tragic love story. And so that was what I found. I didn't know any of that. It was entertaining little Google search to do about scorpion and butterfly, and to see, people have different ideas about what they mean and all this stuff. But I decided I would keep my card to kind of that story. And so I decided in my shadow box, I would add the scorpion, which was a part of the stamp set. So the butterfly, the spider, and the scorpion all come in one stamp set. It's from Stamperia, and it's from their Amazonia collection. It's an older collection. It came out last year or the year before, and you can still find the stamp sets online. I don't know if ASC Crafts on Etsy has it, but you could just search it, just if you're interested in it. My husband's a Scorpio. We have lots of Scorpios actually on his side of the family, and so I just knew I actually bought the stamp set because of the scorpion, because I was like, I could use that for Scorpio cards. Turns out I used it in this card as well. The sabotage for this Oso inspired was pink and green, so we had to use pink and green. The sabotages can always be really interesting to see what people come up with and how it changes the direction of your card. But for this one in particular, it was really easy to fit in there. I thought that the card, Noreen, our friend Noreen, is the one that picked that card and entered it into the drawing. I thought it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. But I never have learned how to make those like shadow box cards like it was. So I need to do that. I should put that on like my card making bucket list. So I'm just popping things up with foam and laying out my design. I did change it this time. I wanted, after having read that story, I didn't read the book. I just read, short wrap up of it. And I decided then that my scorpion needed to be crawling up, headed towards the web, right? Because his master plan is coming into place. And so I also made sure that I had the butterfly over the web, making it all come true. Apparently there's a lot of fans for this book, so this could probably be qualified as fan art, except for I haven't read the book. Anyways, just have fun in your card making, you guys. And, a lot of times I hear a common question of like, what's your inspiration? How do you stay inspired? What are you inspired by? I'm inspired by everything. I'm inspired by movies, books, the stamp sets themselves, dreams, just whatever. Different themes of things really inspire me. Like even in my junk journaling, I like my books to have a theme. I'm working on a custom junk journal right now for a friend who's from Slovakia, and she's a Slovak, so I want to make it customized for her, but she wants a flower journal. And it's just, to me, all of that's very inspiring, because then I kind of dive in and see, like, can I find unique pictures of different buildings there? What is their textile like? What kind of flowers grow there? Like, it's just interesting to kind of do a bit of research. Okay, don't emboss tiny things. I had these little cutouts left over from a Craft Roulette card I made last week, and I thought, well, let me use them. And once I went through this very tedious process, I know it was a bad choice. Like, the best thing to do would have been to stamp and emboss a sheet of paper, die cut it out, and I would have had all my pieces. Instead, I'm trying to do them individually, and this was the most painstaking thing. See, like, everything got stuck to my stamp, and I'm trying to flip everything over. Then I let that dry, and now I've got to emboss it, and I'm having to emboss all these little bitty pieces. Like, this was such a pain. True dedication. Then I flip them and make sure that they're going to get the embossing powder on them. And then this is a little bit like the game Operation, because now I've got to find all those little pieces and all of that powder. Don't do it this way. Just stamp and emboss paper and cut that out. Save yourself time. So then I did the masking tape trick, trying to pin these little things down so I could turn on my heat gun and blast them. So I used my tweezers to hold those in place. So I I'm showing you all of this because I don't want you to make the same mistake I made, but they are beautiful and I love them on the card. They didn't go to waste. So now I just wanted a little more detail on this card. So I decided to put these around the edges. It's just a unique shape, something kind of funky and fun. If you're wondering about the background paper that I used on this card and my Oh So Inspired card, that was a gel print. So that was a gel print that I did. I had seen Robin McClendon do it, where she kind of makes like stucco looking gel prints, or it looks like fresco, like an Italian building. And so I was playing around with that last week and ended up using it in these cards. It's beautiful. I'll share it sometime on my channel because she has it on her channel, but she has materials that I didn't have, so I just made up my own with like Mod Podge on my gel plate. I will show y'all sometime. If you're interested, if you want to see some of that, let me know in the comments down below. I always love gel printing, so it won't take much to make me bust out my gel plates. All right, so I put a few more of those on the inside, and now these are my leftovers. So I had a flower, a couple of leaves, and a butterfly left over, and then I had this watercolor paper. So this was my clean off sheet that I was using, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of pretty. That's actually really pretty. So I decided to turn that into a card base. It's very wonky. You can tell there's like barely a straight edge anywhere on this piece. Like I said, it was a scrap piece of paper, but I just cut it down to 4 1/4, or actually cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just gonna pop my pieces on. I thought that's all this needed. Like, this is a very easy, fast card. Again, if you want to see the watercolor technique of how I made this paper, even though I wasn't making it, I can show you. I was cleaning off blocks. I can show you how I clean off my blocks and make pretty paper. Again, let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. I have been thinking about doing a watercolor basics for card makers kind of thing. So let me know if you're interested. I love my watercolors and I would love to share. So here I was deciding, okay, do I want this on just a plain card base? Do I want something behind it? I had this scrap piece of orange cardstock, so I decided to put that behind it. It doesn't go on all 4 edges. It's a scrap piece. It really only covers the 2 side edges, but I like it. It's different. It's fun. It's going down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love these cards. Hope you do too. Please come join me and Mary Gunn on Craft Roulette. I am a guest this week. She's the hostess with the mostest, and I just can't wait to craft with her again. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you'll be there. I'll leave the link to that episode down below, and you can turn on the notification bell so that you can remember Friday night, March 3rd, 6:30, Craft Roulette. Yes. And freebies for everyone. But you got to come check it out. So here I am adding these dual tone pearls. I really love these. I need to get more of these. These are from Cat Scrappiness. So I just love these flat back pearls. And she has them in really fun, like, dual colors. So this is the pink and the blue. There it is. That's that card. Super pretty, super easy, super fast. And then our scorpion, spider, and butterfly card, which I also really, really like this. I'm glad I have one now to keep. And then my other one's going out to Virginia. Virginia, it's packed up, ready to go in the mail to you. So, yay. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.